Hey folks, so this is gonna be I guess a weird or special episode of Hobos with Homes because my main hobo John, aka Lee, is kind of MIA. I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, hope you're doing okay. I miss you, bro. But I found another hobo in the alley. It's Alex from Levels of Geeks. What's up?
Nah, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me. I needed another hobo for this, because there was a lot of news this week that needs to be talked about,
Yes.
and I think we should just jump right into it. So here's a spanking new episode of Hobos with Homes. So yeah, let's jump into the Game Awards. Um,
Yeah.
what'd you think of them?
All right. So this was my first Game Awards on the channel, like on Levels of Geeks. So it was like the first time me running. Actually, I want to thank you because you're the one who got me into to get sponsored. To
Oh yeah,
co-stream.
yeah,
So
the co-stream, yeah, that was cool.
yeah. So I thought that was cool. This is the first time. I thought, to be honest with you, it was kind of weird at times because it was like, all right, the categories for best design is X, Y, Z. The winner is X. All right, now to the next award. We're gonna go to best design.
Yeah.
A, B, C. Winner is A. All right, now the next award. I'm like, damn, they don't even like. They were just pushing so much awards out to try to get to the world premieres of these new games that are coming out next year or the year after.
I feel you
Um,
100% on that, because like I made a drinking game off the Game Awards,
yeah.
and I was drinking like every minute because one of my rules was every time there's a world premiere, and they were just back to back to back to back
Oh
to back.
Jesus.
And I mean, yeah, I saw a lot of people online be like, "Is there a point to having awards?" Because like the way they would just like dolling them out, like you said, they'd be like, "Hey, best sports game. Hey, best fighting game." And then here's 5 more world premieres, which I dug the world premieres. Like let's talk about the world premieres.
Yeah, I thought, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought that was the best part of the awards. Because I was like, all right, I'm not a heavy gamer like you are.
Yeah.
So for someone like me that like tapping now into the gaming world and all this, I thought it was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But what was very weird was they were not giving it for what system. So it was like the world premiere of this game, but it's like, I'm like, okay, so what system is this coming out? Sega Saturn, like Genesis, like what are we? Like, I mean, I kind of know it's gonna be PS5, the new
Yeah.
Xbox, but I'm just saying this is like, is it exclusive for that? That's where I'm trying to say. Like, they didn't give us none of that.
Some of them at the very end and the bottom, if you
Yeah.
looked, would say like PS5, PS4. But there
Okay.
there were like I don't think with the Evil Dead game it showed what systems.
It
I don't-
did not. It just
Okay.
ended. And I was just like, I was like, don't get me mad if it says Xbox, because I'm gonna be really tight
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Nah, I feel like that game is trying to go for a Dead by Daylight. Like I think it's gonna be 4-player co-op. I don't
Okay.
know. That's what I gathered from the trailer. Like I was talking to a friend and he was like, "Shit, I didn't even think about that." I was like, "Yeah, you had like these 4 different characters." And I'm just like, how we deciding who's being Ash? Because everybody's gonna want to be Ash who's an Evil Dead fan. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, that's, I mean, and unless it would be really cool, but I doubt it. If you could unlock something that you could be the evil Ash.
Oh
You know what
shit.
I mean?
I
So
mean
you'd be
they
evil Ash, and then you could be the little smaller Ashes or like whatever the hell, because it's like so many universes difference between all of them. But
that's a dead ass. They can even do young Ash, old Ash, evil Ash. I mean they
Evil
got,
Dead 1, 2, or 3
yeah,
Ash. Each one is different.
because
So
they had King Arthur there, so I was just like,
yeah, King Arthur. Yeah, I was stunned. That was the first character that came out the door. I was like, 'cause I already knew. Like, so it was funny because my audience was like, "What game is this?" But I was already going evil. I was screaming "Evil Dead" the
same,
minute he opened his
same.
mouth. I was
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
the minute he said the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, you should have heard me
"Yeah,
legit screaming, just oh
yeah."
shit.
I was the same thing. I was like, "Oh my god, Evil Dead!" And everyone's like, "Dude, what are you talking?" I'm like, "Evil Dead!" And then you see his Maverick car from the back, and I'm like, "Well, this graphics. First of all, if this is just a prototype graphics, I was like, this thing is amazing because it looks really good. But once they show King Arthur come out, I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow. And then of course they're gonna introduce Ash at the end. It's not like they're not,
Yeah. They
but I
had
thought it was pretty cool.
they had the chick from the show, and then I was confused by the blonde guy. Is he supposed to be from like the first movie or the?
So I think that is his friend from the first movie. Yeah. Or the second
Okay.
one. Oh, the second. Because remember that was the same dude that came with the daughter of the guy who lived in the cabin.
Right.
I think
Right.
that's his character. So I think you get to play as everyone that came in the first two movies in the cabin. So I guess that's what's happening here. We didn't get to see Baba Joe, or the other guy, the hillbilly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking those might be unlockable characters or season packs or something like that along the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I'm not gonna lie to you, Dan. I am super excited for that game. Like I
Same.
got really hyped.
Like,
I was like, this is crazy. But I'm reading right now while you're talking. Evil Dead is coming to the Switch also. It says right here, it says Ash William returns to in Evil Dead, the game coming to Switch in 2021.
but it's coming for the other systems as well.
Yeah, I'm just reading
All
this
right.
from
All
the
right.
it says Switch,
You gave me a
but
heart. You gave me a
it
heart. I mean, I have a
no, it
Switch.
gave me a heart attack too. But it says that it's a 4-player co-op.
Yep. Told you.
And it's a PvP, so that means you get to fight each other.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh
it says
shit! What if they're trying to do like a
like a
like
Fortnite type thing.
no, God no. Like a Left 4 Dead, like a Left 4 Dead 2 multiplayer where you play the humans and people play the Deadites.
That would be badass.
Bro.
Because then you got Evil Ash and the Army of the Dead. That would be crazy.
Oh my
Oh man, that would
God.
be so awesome. But it says here working together as a team of 4 survivors,
Uh-huh.
exploring, looting, crafting,
Okay.
managing your fear, and finding key
Oh.
artifacts to seal the breach between worlds. That
Oh.
is badass,
All
dude.
right. What does it?
Everyone's gonna want to be Ash though, because you got the
Yeah.
chainsaw and the shotgun.
But
But anyway,
you came up with a good point where there are multiple Ashes.
yes.
So people, and maybe everyone could just be Ash too. Like it's not like Avengers where
That's well, you never know because because you have Ash with the hand without the chainsaw.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be right. And it says or take control of the powerful Kandorian demon to hunt Ash and his friends
Nice.
while possessing Deadites, the environment, and even the survivors themselves as you seek to swallow their soul. This is badass.
So is it like Predator? Is 4v1?
I don't know, but it says plenty of surprises
Holy
awaits in this
shit.
gory-filled battle against evil that captures the characters, horror, humor, and action from the franchise. Battle across memorable locations, including the infamous cabin in the woods, brought to life with tons of terrifying visuals and all new dialogue from Bruce Campbell himself.
Hell yeah.
Discover more than 25 weapons, including Ash's gauntlet, like I said, the boomstick and chainsaw, and advance in various of skill trees to grow stronger and survive in this fun co-op PvP experience.
Bro.
This is badass.
Bro.
This is crazy.
Does it have an estimated date? Is it coming out next year at least?
It says 2021,
Woo!
so that's next year.
Probably fall.
Yeah, it could be fall.
Probably around Halloween.
Okay, I got this for you guys. Evil Dead the game comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC in 2021.
All right, cool.
So I got that for you guys.
I will try to get it for PlayStation so we could go in on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting for PS5, but I'm getting it like the highest edition. Like if it comes with like the chainsaw edition and it comes with like a $300 chainsaw, I'm buying a chainsaw.
Bro.
Like there's certain franchises I will dip in the hundreds.
Same.
And that's one of them.
I think a franchise that would do that to me is Grand Theft Auto, and they usually have really good special editions, like that lockbox for
Okay.
what was it, GTA 4? Bro, I must have used that lockbox for years.
Yeah, I mean,
so
and it's waves. It's saying here. I'm reading another site. It says you and a co-op of friends will be fighting off a feed of hordes
all right.
of undead. So I think you're right. I think this is like a mix of Left 4 Dead,
Yeah.
and then like some player versus player live thing that's like popular and people love.
Yeah, I mean, Predator did a lot of games like what was that a game that came out that like kind of died? Evolve. for Xbox
Mm.
One. That was a really popular one. I kind of like. I think they're called asymmetric multiplayer because it's usually like one person is like powerful while everyone has to team together to take them down. Like Friday the 13th, Predator, Hunting Grounds. So I'm excited. That I didn't even bother to look it up, but I mean that trailer blew me away. And then
The models look great too.
yeah, everything looked really. I love the fact that you
Yeah.
drive the car. I was blown away when you started driving the car.
That means all four of your friends could get in the car and run away from the horde. That would be badass. Like if let's say you're playing a team of four, like maybe remember Halo when you had to get in the car to go to the other side of the map just to fight the people, and then
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
get blown up, you got to do the same crap again.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I know we started off right off the gate in this podcast with the Evil Dead, but that is to me was the biggest news of that night.
I mean, I think I would have to agree with you. I was actually shocked by the Perfect Dark announcement. That shocked me.
I remember that for when Xbox 360
Oh
when that
man,
came out.
I
Yeah.
whenever we have time for a good story, but I bought the 360 for Perfect Dark Zero, and I was it was one of those called a buyer's remorse. I was in such denial about that game.
Mm.
Everyone I play with was just like, yeah, this game's not good, dude. You need to face facts.
No, I mean I agree with you. It wasn't as well, but you know what? Now we have these newer technology and newer graphics and newer studios that could pull stuff, make it great. Could
Well,
work.
yeah. Well, speaking of studios, I don't know if you want to look it
Yeah.
up, but I was kind of
What's
shocked that in the
what's the
trailer,
name of them?
uh, Perfect Dark.
Yeah. What's the studio that?
That's why I'm curious because
Okay, Perfect
I
Dark.
didn't see Rare's logo anywhere in that trailer. So
2020.
I think it's a new studio.
I'm pulling it up right now. It says Studio Head.
Uh,
Daryl Studio Head. It says Daryl Gallagher.
that's the name of the studio.
No, I'm sorry. It says Xbox. It says Xbox Game Studio in Santa Monica.
So it's not Rare. I don't think it's Rare.
Mm-mm.
Huh? Wow, that's interesting. That's something.
Nope. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I walked away from the beginning of that trailer because I thought it was a strategy game to use the bathroom. So when I came back, I just saw it flash perfect dark, and I lost my mind. I was so pissed that I freaking missed that. But
Then the initiative.
that's the name of the developer.
It's Microsoft Studio. The initiative reveals the new Perfect Dark game. So they're the ones who's doing
Oh,
it.
that's so
So I guess they
crazy.
got the rights.
That's crazy. Rare's not doing it. That's crazy.
No, they must have brought the rights out and was just like, all right,
Well,
we're gonna have to do it for.
Microsoft owns Rare now, so
Oh, well, okay. So maybe they just went, let's just give someone, give these people something,
yeah.
a blast from the past.
They're like you're busy with Sea of Thieves. That's the best game you've probably made.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what game I was really like when I saw the trailer? I wrote it even down. Was Outriders looked really good.
Which one was that?
That's the one with the oh Jesus. I know Evil West was really good too. That's the one with the West and
Oh
the guy
yeah,
had like all
yeah.
these gadgets in his arm, and I was like, that looks pretty cool.
I thought
But
that was that PS2 Vampire Cowboy game from back in the day. I
oh
forgot what it was called. I thought that's what it was, but then it said Evil West, and I was like, oh.
no, Outriders, it says, is an upcoming third-person shooter developed by People Can Fly, published by
Oh,
Square
okay.
Enix. Comes out February 2nd.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, the one game that looked amazing was by South Korea. I forgot what was the name of it.
South
But
Korea.
it was like an open world RPG, and it looked amazing.
That's the one that looked like a movie, right? It had like
Yeah,
the epic music.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
there was so much shit going on. I was like, who
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
I agree that looked really good.
Definitely, I gotta look that. I'll put it on the video format of this. I'll find all the pretty pictures.
I wanted to ask you.
What?
I wanted to ask you this when you saw this. What did you think when they showed Vin Diesel in the fucking game
I
for
thought
Ark?
I
Was it
thought
Ark? I think it was Ark.
Arc 2,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Ark 2. Yeah.
I for a minute there, I thought he was trying to make a new Turok game. I really thought it was gonna say Turok. I was screaming in my stream like, "Yo, this is gonna be Turok," but I kept making jokes. I was like, "Yo, this is Fast and Furious Primal. It's all about family." he looks
Honestly,
he
I
looks
said I
silly.
was like, this is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he looks silly. He looked really weird.
He's not you know, it's crazy. He's not a video game capture type person.
Yeah,
Like
don't.
Keanu Reeves is. Like you saw
Yeah,
him as in Cyberpunk, you're going, all right, he has the long hair, he has that look, he's in that environment. So you're going, that's cool. Vin Diesel looked like like you said, they took him out of Fast and the Furious and they just took his model and just threw him right in the world of primitives, like back in the old days. Like I'm just like, this makes no damn sense. I was like, this looks so dumb. His
oh
voice
my
does
god.
not even make sense for the game.
The I don't know if he did the motions, because like the motion of the character looked really robotic too.
They just must have paid for his appearance.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. Someone. It's funny you bring up Cyberpunk with Keanu because somebody made a joke about that on Twitter. They were like, "My man Vin Diesel saw Keanu in Cyberpunk and said, yo, put me in a game like that.'"
You know, and the crazy thing is with the Cyberpunk, because I saw a lot, I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to play it yet, but I'm looking at all the footages and things. Cyberpunk could still become a live action movie, you know, with Keanu Reeves as Johnny, whatever, because technically he looks the same as the character. You put the long hair on him, and then you go, oh, okay. Like, it's nothing new. Like,
Yeah, that's actually a good point because I mean they made Witcher into a TV series on Netflix, so watch Cyberpunk coming to Netflix next year.
but you know, it's crazy though. It could, and the thing is, we have now the technology to pull it off.
Yeah,
And if you get a good lead character for that guy that you're playing or whoever you're playing, and then you get Keanu Reeves to play the guy in the chip or whatever, because I didn't play the game.
Yeah, I haven't got to that part either.
No, I mean that's what they said on the trailer.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that happened. So I'm like, whatever. I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but I think it could work. I'm like, you know what? That would be a bad like a live action cyberpunk. A lot of people would do cosplays for it too because that's a popular thing in like Comic-Con,
Yeah,
like a
for
video
sure.
game type thing. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, especially with that new technology, that digital stage that Disney's using for like the
you could
Mandalorian.
use that.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
That's good, dude. That would be immersive if you could even and like like how you like that Rogue Squadrons for VR. Imagine if this game was VR and you could put it on and you're in Night City.
That yeah. That,
Dude, that's straight up Oasis from Ready Player One. You just be like, you'd be like, holy shit.
you know, unfortunately, that's a good reference to Oasis Ready Player One because I love that book. The movie, it was alright. I feel like the real Oasis we're gonna get in our reality
Yeah.
is sadly gonna be Fortnite.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just for the fact that they keep adding everything to Fortnite. Like they just added Master Chief. That's what they announced at the Game Awards. They added the Halo Blood Gulch level.
No, but they added more people though.
They added Kratos. Kratos is in there. They added like almost every Marvel character: Batman, Joker, Star Wars.
Mandalorian, I
Yeah,
saw.
Mandalorian.
I don't play it.
No, I don't.
Oh no, they added Master Chief, and then in this Game Award they added Daryl and Michonne from Walking Dead.
Yeah, there you go. You're right.
Because those are like the two dudes, and I was like, really? Like, how many characters can you play them? I don't understand how this works.
Yeah, you
can
play
you
them.
play those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How is Fortnite? I never played.
I've never played it, and I think I want to go die that way.
I think so too. Like my wife was like, "Oh, they got characters you like." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Like I don't want to be building shit and then people shoot me off of it. Like I know.
Yeah, why would you want to go into a game where you see fucking Kratos do the Dougie or something?
Yeah, I mean, hey, no, more power to the people that are playing it and winning billions of dollars on it. That's cool.
I get it. I
That's
get it. Yeah, same. Not for me. I gave it's the battle royale genre kind of a spin. You know, I played PUBG for a bit. That was kind of fun.
Okay.
Never played Fortnite. I'm trying to think of the other one I tried. I don't play any of the Call of Duties. I think Red Dead 2 Online tried to do a PUBG mode and they just gave up on it.
Jeez.
Which is a shame because if they actually did it proper on Red Dead 2 Online, even in GTA, but I think it would work better in Red Dead 2 because it's more like you're in the wilderness. If they actually did that where you start off in the middle of nowhere with no weapons and you got to fight off people and animals, I think that would be amazing. I think Rockstar should really just bite off that battle royale, but maybe it's getting saturated, you know? I don't know.
I was gonna ask you, what did you think of this game? Because this was a popular game. Even the host was bringing it up. The Elden Ring.
Oh, the reason for Elden Ring is it's from Software's next game,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the writer of Game of Thrones helping make the story. Like, what's his name?
Mm.
Martin.
Oh, uh,
Is it
Art was it George
George
R.
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 R. Martin.
Martin?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's writing the story. He's doing that instead of finishing Game of Thrones.
Jesus Christ, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's never gonna write this book. You know what? It doesn't even bother me because the show is over, so I don't give a fuck. I don't read the books, so I'm like,
Yeah,
whatever.
same,
Like,
same. I was gonna say, you know what's funny about the show? Someone brought up a good point. They're like, he's like, I've never remember a show that ended and just disappeared from the world. Like, no one shared memes anymore. No one talks about it anymore. He's like, people still share Soprano memes. Like, Game of Thrones just fell off the map. Like that finale. That's a whole episode. So,
yeah, that's something I mean, if you want, that's something we could explore in another time.
Mhm.
But I'll just say this: I totally agree with you, and I think the fact is that a lot of people, I mean, you guys are listening, like a lot of people are have to remember this is the first show I think in a long time that took a year hiatus. And then, because remember, it was like it took a year, and then it premiered on April of the following year. It was like, holy crap!
Oh
Like
yeah, they had
remember that?
didn't they have to delay it because they wanted to film it in the snow?
They wanted to film in the snow. A lot of the actors are becoming A-listers, so they
Yeah.
couldn't get the scheduling right. So you're like, holy shit! And
Oh.
then it was like a year later. So that must have hurt a lot of people because I remember talking about that even on the live show. I'm like, would people even give a shit about that the following year? Like, I mean, it is going to cause the big hype, but that was the thing. When you anticipate something and it doesn't go the way you want it,
Ugh.
what happens? We got it with The Last Jedi of Star Wars when everyone said Rey was Luke Skywalker's daughter, and that shit didn't happen. Oh Lord, they wanted to hang freaking Ryan Johnson from every rooftop.
Yo,
So
you know that he might be directing the last episode.
who
Ryan Johnson.
of what Mando?
Yeah.
I hope so because
'Cause
I thought he did a good job with Last Jedi as a
oh yeah,
director.
yeah, yeah, same. Cause he said watching season 1, he was like, "Yo, I really would love to direct an episode." So there's one more episode. I'm kind of like, yo, if he directs that episode, somebody gonna die.
Well, the funny thing is that they already released all the names of the
Oh, they did.
directors,
Ah,
so
dang.
he's not on it.
I,
We got to see already Robert Rodriguez. I thought Robert Rodriguez was doing the final episode.
okay. So
He already shot. We already saw
do you
that
know who's doing
episode.
the final episode?
I don't know. It could be John Favreau.
Okay. So
Um,
they just released the list of directors. They don't show which
they don't
episodes.
tell you which episode they're doing
Okay.
until you watch it. So the
Damn.
last episode was Rick. I forgot his name. Rick something starts with an F.
Rick Famakui, something like that.
Yeah, whatever he is, he's an amazing writer and director because that episode was banging. I was
Hey,
like, this is an awesome episode.
his name sounds familiar. I gotta look it up because I was
Yeah,
like,
he did season 1,
okay.
and then he did like some big movie. They got him in. And then you got Bill Burr
Yep.
that was in the episode. He
Yeah.
directed episode 14.
Oh.
Yeah, he did episode 14.
All right.
The Ahsoka one was Dave Filoni, of
Yeah,
course,
it
because
had to
that was
be.
his
Had to be.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way. He wrote it and directed it. John Favreau did the first episode, which made sense because this is his creation.
Yeah.
Could be John Favreau doing the last one or Dave Filoni just to set up season 3.
Last one's gonna be George Lucas.
You know what, dude? You went in my mind. I told everybody that. I said, I don't care how Mandalorian ends, what season it ends. The final episode has to be directed by George Lucas. I don't care what people say. He's not
Yeah.
a good director. I don't give a shit. It has to be
No,
by the
yeah.
creator of those characters. Like
I-
that would make my day.
I mean, it sucks that he really was trying to get a Star Wars show off the ground back in the day. But
Yeah.
like the budgeting, like he was trying to do it like a movie, and people are like, you can't make a episode like a movie. Like, are you insane?
And look what happened now. His vision came to light.
Well,
Did
it's because that new technology, that digital stage, is like the cheapest thing ever.
you see the documentary on that?
Oh yeah, I blew my mind.
Yeah, that it was his idea that came to life.
Oh
And
yeah.
they call it Catherine Kennedy. They're walking with her, and she's
Oh.
talking with John
Must have
Favreau.
missed that.
Yeah, check it out. It's in the thing. They're walking side by side, they're talking, and she says, this was George's vision a long time, but he never had the technology that we have now. He wanted to make the movies just like this on LCD screens because it's so much easier than building sets.
Oh,
Um,
and I guess that's
and
why he just used the green rooms for the prequels.
right, because that was his vision. He wanted just to do the like just right there, make it so much easier for the actors instead of going to like the desert to shoot tattooing and
Yeah.
then go all the way to like so. And that's why they call that sound stage is George Lucas stage or something. It's by Lucas something. They
Well,
named it after him.
here's a good segue. Well,
Yeah.
at the Disney investor thing, they
Hmm.
brought it up, but it's called something else now. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was Lucas stage. It's like it was called like Super Stage or some weird stuff.
Yeah. Some weird. I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about since on the topic of Star Wars and Disney. They had their investor stream the same day as the Game Awards, so it was like news overload,
yeah.
and I had to like watch the next day, like, because people were like, "Yo, there's like 10 Marvel shows, 10 Star Wars shows." Like, God damn, really? So I had to like watch this to be like, what is going on? And yeah, they announced a lot of stuff, and some stuff got swept under the rug that blew my mind. Like you brought up to me, but I saw it when I was watching the investor call. Was FX is gonna have a freaking alien xenomorph show on FX
Yeah.
by
Called
the
Alien.
called- but it's gonna be headlined by the creator of Legion on FX, which I don't know if you watched that show. Did you ever?
Mm-mm.
No. See, I'm not
No.
a huge X-Men fan, but a lot of people were like, "Listen, this is the premise. It's Xavier's son, who is extremely powerful, and Xavier kind of like lost him or gave him up for some reason. I think you find out in the last season. I didn't finish it, but it's all about like mental health
Okay.
and what that does to a mutant that's so powerful. Because Xavier is so freaking powerful that he could just freeze people with like a 2 mile radius or something, or just do insane things. But like his son is way more powerful and unstable. And like the first season of the show is just you just have to buckle in because you're not gonna know anything of what's going on until the end. And they do explain stuff, but like the first few episodes, you're just like, what is going on, dude? So I'm excited for this. I forgot this guy's name. I don't know if you'll look it up in a bit, but he's apparently making the show. It's gonna be set on Earth, and the only thing that worries. Oh yeah, okay. I know people always are like, Earth," but I feel like with him, he can take, especially in the world we live now. Like, imagine if he made an alien show where people are like alien deniers. They're like, no, we love our xenomorphs, and there's like a xenomorph cult of people. Like, there's some weird. There's something I think he could do there. If he did something unique that isn't just like, here's aliens on Earth and it's in a small town, they're eating people. Rah, that's dumb. I think if you do something like really pseudo, like intellectual, and like go somewhere, and he's a real, like, he wanted to do a Doctor Doom movie. I don't know if he's ever gonna get to do it. He had a really good idea for a Doctor Doom movie. Anyway,
Mm.
what was the name of the stage?
They don't say the name of the stage. They're not. I'm looking through all these articles. It just says groundbreaking LED stage production technology created by the hit for the hit Lucasfilm series.
Huh?
Industry Light and Magic.
All right,
That's yeah, they're not giving like a name or
weird.
nothing. Yeah.
So, what did you think about the alien show announcement?
Uh, you know, my the problem is that certain creatures do not need origins.
Yeah, I agree.
You
Yep,
understand what I mean? Like
that's what Prometheus kind of messed up with.
yes, it destroyed for me. It destroyed the alien because I'm like, I don't give two shits where they came from. It's just as long as you continue this badass story, I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
But they decided to go to the origin, and then when it bombs, they criticize the fans. Like, oh, like like Wrigley Scott. It makes no sense. Like the first movie, how did they promote it? They showed the alien everywhere, so
yeah,
everyone's expecting to see an alien in Prometheus.
yeah.
When no one got to see it, they're like, "What the hell is this crap?" Then he's like, puts more aliens, but technically he did not put more aliens because there's only two aliens
And
in the
the
in Covenant.
Covenant,
Yeah, and then I'm like, this is another piece of crap.
yeah. Oh my
And
god,
then
yeah.
I'm like, then it ends with a pod full of people with David with all this stupid alien stuff, and I'm like, so now you're gonna mean to tell me I got to see a third movie to see how this story gets to part
That,
one? I'm like, I don't like stories like that, and I always tell people with movies it pissed me off. See, I don't mind if movies flow. If it has like a point A to C where I go, okay, I could see the end game for these characters. Prometheus never gave me that. Where I go, oh, this is gonna need a 3 movie arc. You
Well,
understand what I mean?
well, wasn't the screenwriter the same writer behind Lost? I
I
think
don't know.
I
I
fe-
hope not.
I think it
'Cause-
was because that's his whole thing was like everything's gonna be mysterious and but at the same time like you saw the fucking alien mural right in that one
Mhm.
weird room and then we next movie David is the creator of the aliens
Yeah.
which was the dumbest like it's this is my problem with like modern horror and sci-fi movies sometimes they explain too much like
Yes.
just let it be mysterious. This you will never make the scariest thing that is compared to what people's imaginations because it's always based on their own personal fear. So
Yeah.
you could try your darnest to match it, but what's in people's heads is always darker, always messed up.
Right, but the thing is like you're right. It's like okay, so like even in the scene in Alien Covenant when he tells the guy, he tells I think the guy or the girl, he goes, "Come with me to show you what's in the cave or whatever." It was like in the thing, and then what does he do? The egg opens and he puts his face in it, and I'm like, but why would you do like any human? And this is why I hate movies like this. Any human will shoot the eggs and ask questions later. Like the
Yeah.
minute you see the shit opens, you're gonna shoot it. You're not gonna look at it. You're not gonna go, wow, I'm very curious to see what's in these eggs. And then you got the idiot standing there waiting for you to do something stupid like that.
Honestly,
Like,
Alex, I would have been right with you if it hasn't been for this year because
well, yeah, well, the pandemic, yeah.
the sheer stupidity of people dealing with this or not dealing with
Yeah,
it
yeah.
proves
Well.
every horror movie right.
Yeah, oh yeah, it doesn't have to be blondes either. That's what makes it even funnier. You know how they say the blondes are always like the dumb ones? Like,
No.
no.
People on
Like,
Facebook.
yeah, pretty much. Like, no,
that
I
that
think that's it's a myth in terms of the blonde heads. But
that's
yeah,
what
but in terms of the alien on Earth, look, I want to see first how the pilot, the trailer
yeah.
looks before I criticize. I'm not into this whole on Earth thing because I already foresee if this show is a successful, I could see in season 3 or 4 they can introduce the Predator to have Predator versus
Mm.
Alien.
Well, the fact that they're not making a Predator show is kind of good sign because they're making a Predator movie. I'll get into it in a bit, but there's one thing I want to
Yeah.
touch on about the show. That I think you should watch Legion. Even if you're not an X-Men fan or a Marvel fan, it's the complete 180 of anything MCU, dude. It is completely its own thing. It has
Mm.
nothing to do with that world. It's just like if you know X-Men shit and you know
X-Men shit.
yeah, because I barely read X-Men. X-Men is like I never got into it
Right.
because I was just like, there's too many characters, man. Give me a
Yeah.
loner in a cave with a butler, I'm good.
Like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. But
He
I'm telling you,
loner.
Legion, check out Legion because that I'm excited that that guy is making an alien. I'm kind of not excited that Ridley Scott is involved. You know, Ridley Scott has made some amazing movies, but here's the thing about growing old: you get a little senile. You think you're hot shit. You know you think you know it all. You're not gonna listen to people. Like, I'm mad that Ridley Scott decided to make an alien movie because it killed off Neil Blomkamp's Alien sequel because he was gonna do a sequel to Aliens where you had fucking Hicks and you had Sonori Weaver come in, and
And Newt. Wasn't Newt in it?
was she in it?
I think he had Newt because it took place after Aliens,
But then
like the
didn't she?
movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Newt was
Oh,
there. She didn't die.
I think they explained it like they were frozen or Sonori
Well,
Weaver.
that was part 3.
Yeah, they're trying to do it before part 3 or something, or they're trying to retcon part
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, they try to get rid of all that shit. That
Yeah,
part 3. I agree with you. I thought his story was way better. Neil Blumhouse
I mean
or
he has
whatever
such a cool
Blum.
style. He has such a cool style, man.
Yeah, I enjoy. And he had a RoboCop. Didn't he have a Robo? I was looking forward to his
Oh my
RoboCop
god,
too.
you're right. I totally forgot about that. I was excited, and then they're taking too long to make it. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on.
They took away. He was like, no, creative differences. I think he left the project, which I was like, oh my god, why studios got to come in and interfere with people's creativity? Like his idea was way much better than what they're gonna put on screen anyway. Same
Ugh.
thing what happened with Edgar Wright and Ant-Man. He had one vision for
Oh
Ant-Man.
man,
Marvel
yeah.
said, no, we don't like this. But what happened? Marvel used his script and rewrote his script. Like that's the crazy shit. They were like, "Oh
That's
no,
fucked.
you know, you could leave the project, you know, creative differences, and then guess what? They use his script, they change it around, and that's the one that people like."
Marvel and Disney, well, Disney, I guess, because it's all behind Disney, all behind
Yeah,
the mouse. They have this really weird thing where they're like, we love to use different creators, but if the fans freak out, then we're gonna do damage control and backpedal. Because that's what happened with Rise of Skywalker. It was like a full on backpedal. Because the original director was Colin, the guy who
the guy
directed
who did Jurassic Park,
Jurassic World, yeah.
Jurassic World.
And the
Yeah,
original movie was called Duel of the Fates. And I don't know if you saw the leaked script,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like I was so mad when I read that. I was like, dude, this is an amazing movie. This is everything. This
yeah.
wraps it up. Kylo should have been the villain. Why the fuck? Why? We didn't, anyway, we didn't need the Emperor. Like Kylo could have been the villain. Like that's what these movies were all about.
Yeah.
And like he killed Han Solo. Like you're full villain after that. Like come on, dude.
He never. I think this is the first movie that they never showed the Sith eyes. Because when
That
Anakin started to become evil, his eyes became red. So you already knew he was in the Sith.
but
When
did you see it in the OG trilogy? Or the Emperor have it? I think the Emperor had it.
the Emperor Haver, no, he switched. That was the thing that they never knew who he was. But again, he wasn't full Sith
Well, I'm saying
until
I'm,
Dooku, until Mace Windu
yeah.
just made it do just formed his
Yeah,
face,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
just went straight Sith. But but when he went full power Sith, which you saw in the Rise of Skywalker, you saw his eyes changed. It went from yellow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
You're
you're
right.
going, okay, so then what happened to Kylo? Because Kylo killed, well, technically he didn't kill his dad, but he killed his dad. He fulfilled Snoke's thing, but still, he's a normal looking guy. Like where Anakin
I want to know.
killed all these kids
I,
and
I want to know where you say he technically didn't kill Han Solo.
well, because like remember, he was like, you have to kill your dad, and he goes, he'll do it. But in reality, Han is the one that's put the knife on his stomach so his son could kill him. Because he goes, there's something I need you to do. And then he saw it, and then he wasn't battle. He was just like, I don't want to do this. But I mean,
Oh,
of course.
it looked like he was trying to take it from him, and then Kylo was just like, ah, fuck it, you know.
No, and I
Like,
mean, Kylo started to turn it around, and that's
yeah.
when he was like, I'm old. Like, I ain't gonna battle us. You know what I mean? Like, he
I'm,
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
Harrison
I was
Ford. I
crazy.
don't want to be in these movies anymore.
Yo, that's why I knew that's the reason why his ass got killed. He did not want to be in
Oh,
Star Wars no
he
more.
wanted to die. What was it? He wanted to die in Empire.
Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he was like, you know what? I'll let my son kill me right now. But they still brought him back.
that shit pissed me off. That was the
I
dumbest
was like,
shit.
he's a force ghost? And
Uh,
everyone's like, he's not a force ghost, it's his mind. That's a fucking force ghost. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? His mind. Like I
he's
was like,
a
you now making shit up.
he's a mind ghost. Anyway,
A
speaking about
mind ghost.
speaking about Star Wars, so
Yeah.
they announced 8 shows.
10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name them all. I'm only gonna talk about the ones that I actually remembered.
Well, you got Acolytes.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one
that's
pre-era.
yeah, that's about Plagueis. That's the one that taught Emperor
Oh, yeah.
Palpatine how to
Okay.
survive. Blah. So you got
Bleh.
Plague that one. You got the Acolytes. You got the Rogue Squadron movie directed by
Ooh, I'm
Patty
excited for
Jenkins.
that. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Well, you playing the video game, so of course you're gonna be excited for that. So yeah, I'm alright with it. I gotta see more, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a sucker for flying. Like I always like that stuff. So yeah, that one. You got the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Wait. They got to get Tom Cruise in that movie.
and really fly an X-wing.
Isn't he trying to film a movie in space? Isn't that the next Tom Cruise thing he's trying to do?
Well, he is going to space to film a movie.
What the fuck, this guy, man?
Hey, I always said until the day he goes, put me in a submarine for real and blow it up to show people how it is from the inside, I'll be like, this dude is awesome.
This dude could either be a supervillain or a superhero. It leans any way with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he'll be great. But in terms of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show takes place 10 years after
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Return of the Jedi. I believe Return of the Jedi, they said.
10 years after, yeah.
10 years, yeah. I'm super happy because we really get to see Hayden Christensen back as Darth Vader.
Got mixed feelings about that.
Yeah.
Got mixed feelings about that.
Why?
I mean, watching the prequels, I wasn't crazy about him. Like, I love Revenge of the Sith, but he still came off a little whiny. And watching Clone Wars, like I was telling you, I watched all of it. I never watched it,
Yeah.
and since I had Disney Plus for Mandalorian, I was like, all right, let me invest my time. And that show, holy crap, got better and better each season to the point where it made the prequels like masterpieces because they fill in all the holes,
Yes.
everything. Even Anakin's growth is way better. I mean, it's a show, so they have more time.
Yeah.
But like those final four episodes, holy, I could curse. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I totally agree with you. See, but I think the reason why I think Hayden Christensen will work now is because they got way better writers for Anakin and
Yeah,
Darth. And since Dave Filoni is behind it all, he's gonna
yeah,
be telling him straight up, like, you ain't a whiny kid no more. Like,
yeah.
you're
Well,
gonna
you're
be
Darth.
an
You're
adult.
Darth Vader. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but it could be also flashbacks him as Anakin.
that's what I thought too. But I also
So
said, well, if it's 10 years later, he can take off the helmet and he'll still won't be that old. He'll still
no,
look like Anakin. That's why I
yeah,
think is going to happen is you got to get some helmet off Darth Vader and maybe flashbacks.
yeah.
I think, but after watching Clone Wars, I was like, I don't need any more of that era. I'm like, I'm good. That's all the story I needed in that era. And I'm a little. They showed the Bad Batch, which
Yeah,
they were right. They kind of dragged that story on a little too much on that final season. Because I was
yeah.
just like, yeah, they're a fun group, and now they give them a show, so it should be interesting seeing how they progress from the end of Clone Wars into Stormtroopers, and I guess their defects. So Order 66 probably didn't affect them.
No, I think the chips didn't work.
Yeah, because they're defects. Like
Yeah.
that's the whole. They're the Bad Batch. So I really love that storyline with the defected chips. I really love that they explained that because
Yeah.
that was amazing.
I mean, it worked well. I mean, even in the Ahsoka story. This is the thing that's so funny, because Rosario Dawson comes out and says that she doesn't know when she's playing Ahsoka again. She said it on the thing,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
I remember that. Yeah.
So then my community is like typing to me, going, "Oh, but you said she's doing the show." I said, She is, because she signed a multi-year deal. It's not like she's gonna say, "Hey, I'm doing an Ahsoka Tano show," before Disney's gonna say it. She'll get
Yeah.
copy. They'll kill her contract that quick.
Those
She has
Disney
to lie.
assassins. Those Disney assassins.
Yeah, they'll freaking let her go super fast. And what happened? I was like, what happened? And they were, oh, you were right. I was like, of course they're gonna give it to us. Once Ahsoka Tano came up on the show, I was like, she's getting her own TV show.
Yeah, that's good.
People,
I'm shocked she's doing TV again because she left Daredevil because she wanted to raise her family, but I guess she was like, yo, I could be a Star Wars. So
oh, I mean, the crazy thing is like I always tell people this: if you're in acting, there's two properties you want to be under. Any superhero, any
yeah.
character you could be, Star Wars. A
Mm-hmm.
main character, not those
Mm-hmm.
side. I'm talking about if you're one of those iconic characters, you're set for life. There ain't
Yeah.
nothing. And you know what? Rosario Dawson is one of the most iconic characters in Star Wars.
Yeah.
She's Anakin's Padawan.
Yeah.
That's like, what more can you ask for in an actress's career? So
Sure.
she's set for life now. All she could do is she's good. So I'm looking at that's my highly anticipated show. Like, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to. She's my favorite character in the cartoons.
Yeah.
Um,
She grew on me. She grew on me on that season.
when she
She
was
had.
full groom, and then I was like, oh, did you see Rebels?
Should I watch it? People give me mixed.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, forget people. Forget the people. You know why? This is why I'm gonna tell you why. Forget the people, okay?
All right.
Fuck the people. All right, let's
All
just do that. I love you people. But fuck the people.
But some
Okay?
of you people, some of you
Yeah,
could be a
some of
little.
you peoples. Fuck the peoples. Okay? I'm telling you right now, Dan. Watch it. And then at the end of it, you're gonna go, dude, you were fucking right. It's smaller episodes. It's not longer than Clone Wars.
Yeah,
So that's the good thing.
the only thing that sucks is I've had major moments from that show kind of spoiled for me because in this day and age, like every time something there's if it's especially if it's Slow News Day, like I already know she runs into Darth Vader. I think I watched it too because I was just like, oh, okay, I got to see this. This sounds cool.
Mhm,
I saw Darth Maul and Obi-Wan's little duel, which was like amazing. So like those
mhm.
moments are I'm just like, man, this show's good. But then you see like the whiny kid, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know.
Ezra Bridger. Right, Ezra Bridger. Dude, I know he's whiny, but you gotta watch it.
All right,
You
all right.
just put that whiny shit to the side because he is whiny in the first episode. Like
Okay,
I didn't like him at all. But then in season 2, they start to iron them out the characters.
okay.
And the reason why I tell you to watch it, it's not, oh yeah, just watch it. You need to watch it because a lot of the Mandalorian live like shows that are happening now, a lot of those
Yeah,
characters are coming from Rebels.
that's what people are saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of my community say, "Oh, but who's Bo-Katan?" I'm like, dude, you got to see Rebels for Bo-Katan. I was like, because once they show Sabine, which is the main character of Rebels, people are gonna lose their shit because she's a big character.
All right.
So and that's where the dark saber came from.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So again, you need to watch it.
All right, all
Forget the people. And then you're gonna text me going, dude, you're absolutely right. Forget the one. Once you pass season 1, it starts to get good. The episodes are really good.
Is Dave Filoni involved in this one too?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right,
He's
all right, all right.
actually he's involved in all of them.
Okay, cool.
He'll write, but you'll see Dave Filoni producer,
I feel
created by Dave Filoni or whatever.
I feel like Disney's gonna make Dave Filoni the
President.
like
Yeah.
they're George Lucas. Like you will be the George Lucas now. You'd be like, they might as
Yeah.
well.
No, but that's the thing. Like, and you just said it. Like, I don't understand why George Lucas never just gave Dave Filoni the whole property. Because they gave it to Catherine Kennedy, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, why would you give it to Catherine? I understand she's the producers of all his movies and all Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg's movies, but she doesn't know Star Wars, and she says she doesn't know Star Wars. Like she does a thing, she goes, we ain't gonna do novels and canons. It's like no shit, because 7, 8, and 9 is a piece of shit. Like, people criticize George Lucas's 1, 2, and 3, but at least 1, 2, and 3 had a Star Wars story that connects to 4, 5, and 6, whereas 7, 8, and 9 had nothing to do with Anakin, nothing
wait,
to
wait,
do
wait,
with
wait,
that
wait.
whole thing.
I think this is true. In the extended universe that you're mentioning, didn't Chewbacca get killed by a planet?
I believe so, yeah.
Like he was on a moon and the planet
Mhm.
collapsed into the moon.
Yeah.
That's how he
See, there's
died.
different ways he dies. He dies saving was it Luke or no, Han
Yeah, yeah.
Ben Solo's son. Yeah, Ben Solo.
But
He saves the
a planet falls into
yeah, a planet falls on Chewbacca. But again, it's like how are you the president of the Star Wars thing, and the first thing you're saying that you're not going to touch into material like your source materials. Like you have source materials for years to come. You got history, but now you're tapping into it because Dave Filoni is making your dumbass look so stupid in
Yeah,
front of everybody.
yeah.
Because Mandalorians was saving Star Wars.
It's true. 100%.
Well, I'm not gonna say Dave Filoni. John Favreau knows his shit. So John Favreau and Dave Filoni are carrying Star Wars on their back. Like shit. Like what more can we do? I just don't want it to be, and I'm really honest with you. I don't want it to be super oversaturated though.
That's what I was worried about when they made all those announcements. Too.
Yes, because I'm very oversaturated with superhero movies. Like I'm so tired of them shits. I'm like, oh my god, we got DC now.
Well,
We got Marvel.
everybody's so happy. Like there was no MCU movie this whole year, and I'm like, man, I kind of missed them.
But I don't care for them no more because there's so much material. And the minute Kevin Feige said you need to watch the TV shows
Yeah,
to learn, I said, fuck no, I'm not investing no more.
yeah.
Like,
All the stuff they announced with the Marvel shit, I was like,
yeah,
bro, it's too much.
yeah,
And it's the same shit. It's like here's the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and then the I Am Groot series. I'm like, bro, you have where's X-Men? Where the fuck are the X-Men? You got
yeah.
Fantastic Four before X-Men? Are you crazy? Well, one friend of mine is like the Eternals movie is gonna be the introduction to the mutants because the mutants somehow are from the Eternals. I don't know. Like again, X-Men. I'm not an expert on the X-Men, but I'm excited to see the X-Men in the MCU because I think they could do something really unique with them. So
You could do a lot of stuff with them. I mean, you could even introduce them in Doctor Strange. He opens up a portal and they pop out. Like, there's so much stuff you can do.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
the whole thing with Wanda is that she could create the mutants because the Wanda show I think is gonna be really good because of the fact that she's gonna have a meltdown that breaks reality because she in that show is imagining things because Vision died in the movies, so he's dead. Like this is all in her mind, and she's gonna have a kid with him, and then when she finds out it's all fake, she loses her mind, going into different realities, trying to find a life where that kid exists. And that's what the Doctor Strange movie, which Sam Raimi is directing. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get Bruce Campbell in there.
Oh, you
And
gotta get him. You gotta get him in there.
gotta get Bruce Campbell as a villain or some crazy. But I was telling my friend last night, I was like, since Spider-Man 3 is having all the fucking Spider-Mans now.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I feel like it's too soon for a Spider-Verse when this kid he hasn't even gone to college yet.
well, they only doing that is because, and I don't care. Everyone said, "Oh, but you're so a DC fanboy." Fuck, I am. I'm a Batman fan. Like, yeah, I
And
am
yeah,
a DC fanboy.
yeah, I love
Boy,
Batman too.
but I'm like, listen, the minute DC said they're doing Flashpoint, miraculously Marvel's doing the Spider-Verse movie. So like, I was like, come on, people. It's not obvious that you people, I'm not saying it as good competition, but Marvel never thinks out the gate going, oh, we're going to do this before DC.
No, that's a good
DC
point.
announces their shit first, and the next thing is a copycat storyline, and everyone is kissing ass going, oh, it's going to be the best thing ever. It's like, come on.
And if
It's
you
like,
want to be real, the CW did it first with the Infinite Crisis, because when
yeah.
they had all the shows, they had freaking all these actors reprise their roles. They had
Yeah.
what's his face from Smallville show up, Brandon
Yeah.
Ralph was Superman again, Kevin Costner, the voice of Batman, was
Oh,
in there.
Conroy.
Conroy,
Yeah.
yeah. So hearing this Spider-Man news, I'm just like, bro, somebody's a huge fan of those CW shows because it literally just sounds like they're copy and pasting it.
Because
But
they have, but the thing is like, I don't want people to go, oh, but no. DC was the first company to do multiverse
you're right.
with the Infinity Crisis.
You're right. You're dead ass right with that too.
Like, so
That's a DC thing too. I always feel
yeah,
like that's a
it
DC
is.
thing.
It is. And then Marvel did their version. You know,
Yeah.
you did the Thanos, they clap their fingers and all this shit happens.
Yeah.
It's great. It happened they did it. You know what? And I always said it, and I always tell people, even on my show, Marvel executed 22 films perfectly.
Yeah. That's
You
why.
can.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. I was just saying that's a good point because like I tell people like, you know what? If the Marvel movies start to dip after Endgame, I'm good. Like
Yeah.
Endgame is such a rare movie that it is that culmination of the 20 years of work. Like just that scene where everybody's on screen, we've only seen that in comics.
Yeah.
We've only seen that in comics, maybe cartoons, never in a movie. Like that scene is insane, and that's not even the full Marvel universe. You missing
No.
X-Men, you missing Fantastic Four, you missing so many people that they have with Sony, and that's the thing with the Spider-Man 3. I think they're playing nice with Sony. They're
playing. You're right, because they could take Spider-Man so fast
yeah.
away from them.
The story is that what's his face called Disney crying the actor Tom Holland. That's the bullshit story they want to give. Oh please, I want to be
No.
Man.
That's a BS. But in terms of like I said, like in terms of the DC thing, look, if you look at the history of movies that came out to make Marvel successful, DC is the one that that paved the way for Marvel to succeed in it. And people go, "You're crazy." I'm like, "Really?" Let me give you the timeline. Batman v Superman was the first movie to be announced, and what happened afterwards? Captain America Civil War. Right after.
Yeah, you think you're right, yeah.
Yeah. What happened after that? Wonder Woman was announced. What happened after that? Captain Marvel was announced. Came out the following year. Then what happened after that? Justice League came out. And then what happened after that? Infinity War Endgame. So DC paved the way for the movies. Now, you could say, oh, they had this plan. Yeah, it could have been planned. But they were looking to see what DC had up their sleeve before they start planning all these stories.
Well, I believe they have a plan. Like Kevin Feige is kind of a dork. Like he definitely wanted to do these things because I remember hearing he bumped heads with one of the producers that eventually they moved him to the Marvel TV shows. I forgot his name, but he literally went into like Disney and say I can't work with this guy because I forgot this fucking producer's name, but he was the reason it took so long to make a Captain Marvel movie and a Black Panther movie because he was just like no one wants to see a female superhero. And then when Warner Bros announced Wonder Woman and people were like oh yeah, and so like the people at Disney are like what you don't know what you're talking about because look what's going on. Like people are excited for a Wonder Woman movie. Like and people should be. She's like an amazing character. Like it should have never took so long for a freaking Wonder Woman movie.
Exactly. And well, that's the thing. Well, first of all, I don't care what anyone says. Wonder Woman is way more iconic than Captain Marvel. So I don't care
Yeah.
what anyone.
No, that
So
she is part of the Holy Trinity, right?
exactly. So if you have Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, whether they're solo or together, you're going to generate a lot of money on screen.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the whole point. So they back to
We
the
digress.
whole Marvel.
All the
Yeah,
Spider-Mans.
yeah, we'll get into all that stuff. All those Spider-Mans and all that thing they get announced. But they did the She-Hulk, which I don't care about She-Hulk. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. Um,
They,
and
they,
again, the Groot show, don't give two shits for that.
you know what's funny about the She-Hulk? They're bringing back what's his face as Hulk, which is cool. I love him as Hulk. I forget the actor's name. But they're also bringing back Tim Roth as Abomination.
I like that.
So I was like, all right.
Because a lot of people see, I'm not the only one. Well, I could be the only one here, or I could be the only one who's the people that are listening. I love the Ed Norton Hulk movie.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It felt more grounded and as a comic book movie.
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't seen it in a while. When I did see it, I was like, it was all right. And I think that movie for me, when I saw it, was after Iron Man. So when you get that end scene in Iron Man with Nick Fury, so you gain that hype where you're like, oh my god, they're really gonna do this, and like they had an end scene with Tony Stark shows off, and you're like, oh, it's really happening. So it was on that hype train. So I have to see that movie again. But Edwin Norton's performance as Bruce Banner did not like. It kind of fell flat for me. Like, and I know Edward Norton is an amazing actor. I love him as an actor, but I don't know if he got held back. Like, if he wanted to do more with the character, and Disney was just like, well, dude, let's it's a superhero movie. Don't get too crazy. Because at least I like with this actor, whose name I can't remember. Like he feels like he's funny, but he also has like this dark range to him where he even in the first Avengers movie, he's like joking about killing himself. Like he's like, I shot myself, and the other guy spit out the bullet. I was like, holy crap! What?
Well,
Like,
that was in the Ed Norton movie.
That scene was, but it got cut. That scene.
But that's why they referenced it.
Yeah.
That was the Easter egg.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. That's to tell you that he is the Ed Norton Hulk. That's pretty much the reason why they threw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much. So, but like, I mean, I had no problems with Ed Norton. I do agree with what you're saying because they made him more of a serious drama act. Like, it was more of a serious Bruce Banner. Like, he wasn't
he didn't
the
really stand out
scientist.
that much. Like, I don't know, he just didn't stand out. Like,
But supposedly he had a lot of beef because he wrote the script. I don't know what the hell happened. He had so much problem with the script.
yeah. Everyone always needs creative control.
Yeah, so I think that's why they were like, you know what? Back the fuck up because we're getting somebody else that is not like a demanding all this shit. Which I like the guy who plays the Hulk now. I think he worked.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The guy who plays him now, I would have never thought in a million years would be a scientist looking character. You know what I mean? Because when you think of a scientist, you think of like when we play the Avengers video game. I think of the guy with the glasses and he's got the nice hair and he's like talking all whatever. But then when you look at this guy, he looks like a bum. And you're like, oh my god, he doesn't look like a scientist. And I think that's what I like about it. He's like an average guy.
Yeah,
that's a nerdy.
That's what Bruce Banner is in the comics too. He's just this like average nerdy guy.
Yeah.
And the Hulk is the larger than life character. You know, Bruce Banner is there, but people don't go to movies to see a Hulk movie to see Bruce Banner.
Right, but honestly, I wish they found a way to find the formula that you do want to see the movie for.
I agree. I think, and it's shocking that they struggled to make a Hulk movie. I don't know if it's because of the rights. Does Universal still have the rights to?
Maybe they got it back, the Disney. Maybe that's why Disney now are putting them together now with the TV show, or whatever.
But I think someone really interesting could do a really interesting Hulk movie where it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde kind of thing. Like, because I know the people always be like, oh, the Hulk's too powerful. How are we gonna make a movie? It's like, dude, like look in the comics, man. There's stories in there.
You never tapped it though.
Huh?
They never tapped it. First of all, they never tapped his strength. He fought Thanos. Thanos beats his ass. You're going, oh, okay, in Endgame, we're finally going to see how strong the Hulk is. And what happens? You never got to see the Hulk even do nothing. And again, I don't like Endgame. I'm going to say it right now.
I think he was probably the most powerful in the Thor movie. That's probably where he felt like, because he was like punching a wolf and all this shit. Like that, there he could be unhinged.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say it right now, and I tell everybody, I do not like Endgame.
How come?
I don't care what anyone says because you got all these superpower characters and they warded the shit out of all of them. You got the Hulk. He didn't do shit. He was in the Hulk busting suit, which I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is he in the Hulk busting suit?
Are you talking about Infinity War or Endgame? Because in Infinity
I
War,
mean, in an Endgame, I mean, he was the Professor Hulk, which was
yeah,
stupid, right? And I was like, this dude still sucks. And I was like, whatever. Then you got Thor, which was super badass in Infinity War, and then all of a sudden he is a fat piece of
I
shit
mean, I
in
kind of love that,
Endgame.
bro. That
Yeah, but you could have did something like he used lightning and he lost all the body fat. That would have
no,
been hilarious. I would have
no.
been laughing all over the place.
I think it was funny that when the lightning came, he was still fat. That was the best part.
Oh,
That was the
that,
best part. Like I was like, I don't know why I gotta dig out of that. And I mean, you gotta be real. Like Thor letting like half the fucking population in the world, the galaxy down because he didn't go for the head. Because that's old school Thor. I think that's probably what messed him up. He's like, damn, you're right. Like if I was just my old school Thor, where I was just slapping people like nothing, like I would have gone for the head. Like I think that in the next Thor movie, I don't know if they could explore that. I think they should try to bring that up. Be like, yo,
right.
Thor used to be, used to be like more badass. Like you used to just rip people's heads off. You're kind of soft. Like people got a little soft, Thor. What happened there? You got like I think that scene makes sense because like he went to make a weapon in space, do all this shit to get Thanos, and then still like let him snap. And I was like, that scene, I love that scene. That's a fucking amazing scene right
Well,
there.
it's a memorable. I mean, actually, it's one of the most historic scenes
Yeah.
in the film. But no. I mean, I understand, but still, he's one of the strongest
No,
characters.
I
But they
agree.
again, he's not even as strong in the scene that everyone is fighting. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Even if he's fat,
Yeah.
he's still the strongest
Yeah.
dude in the. I'm like, wait a minute, between the Hulk, Thor, Captain Marvel, which again she disappears for the whole movie.
Well, she's Super
She comes back
Saiyan.
with and then she comes back with a haircut and what? She does two things and then disappears. And I'm like, wow, you're the savior that we needed. Oh, like, you piece of crap. Another piece of trash
Well,
character.
I think the MCU definitely has a power problem because even people don't fully get Captain America's powers throughout those movies. Because
Yeah.
he'll like fall out of a 8-story building and be all right, and you're like, what? Okay, is that his
Yeah.
power?
And it's the same thing with DC. I'm not gonna criticize Marvel. Like DC, Aquaman had more powers than he has in the comics, which I was like, this damn makes no damn sense. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
okay, whatever.
in the DC movies, Batman kills.
Yeah.
So-
But you know what? But the thing is like he had a reason why he killed. Like it wasn't like it was like
Oh.
his thing that he wanted to,
See,
but
I'm gonna tell you something. If Alfred wasn't alive in Batman vs Superman, I would believe that Batman to be a killer because
right.
Alfred is, even though Alfred did serve in wars, yes, I'm aware he's a war vet. Alfred is like that last string of humanity Bruce has.
Yeah.
Other than like maybe Robin or Catwoman, they're kind of like strings, but Alfred is like the backbone. Like he's his only family. Like he's
Mm.
the person there to raise him. He's always the one, and even in the comics, cartoons, that's always like, are you, like, are you thinking this straight? Like, and like if Alfred was dead in those movies, then I could be like, okay, like if they should have had. And this is, I don't even want to get into this right now, but this is just a way to show you that Zack Snyder doesn't fully get these characters. Because if he did, who would have been in that glass vase? Wouldn't have been Robin. It would have been Alfred. Because people would have been like, yo, yeah, Batman would have lost his fucking mind if Alfred died, especially if the Joker killed him. He would have been like, all right, well, now everyone dies because like what I was doing wasn't working. And if this homicidal maniac that I've constantly locked up can get to Alfred, who like lives in a mansion, and kill him, like it's just like I think that would have been a better factor into like his whole psychosis. Just be like, okay, like I'm literally just a man in a cave building weapons and like just gradually going into that. Like if there was a gradual, like I don't, as a Batman fan, I love the fact that he doesn't kill. I love that that's his like defining factor because it just goes to his origin story of how he knows what real loss is like. Like he's experienced that. He was in an alleyway with his dead parents. Like, and that's what shaped him into Batman. And like he knows that's why he doesn't kill, because he knows what that feels like to lose somebody. Because especially in I don't know if you keep up with the current comics, because they've done really good Joker storylines where
Yeah.
Batman has whispered to the Joker, he's like, you don't know how many times I've imagined killing you. Like I could take you to a sewer in the middle of nowhere, snap your neck, and get rid of your body, and no one would ever know. And then, like Joker's just laughing, like, "Oh, you do think about me, huh?"
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I totally understand what you're saying, but I think the reason why he picked, and I think there's something more deep into that, why he is very harping on that Robin, whether it's Tim Robin, Tim Drake, I mean Tim Robin, Drake, whatever his name is, Tim Drake's
Dick Grayson,
character,
Dick Grayson.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dick Grayson, or is it Tim Drake, or is it whoever the hell it is
Like
in that? Because
if it was Dick Grayson, then that would make more sense too, because
I,
Dick.
it could be Dick.
But you don't know it because
And that's,
it's
yeah,
just.
we don't know, but why? But that's the thing. It's very, and the thing, but that's the thing. Like I like Zack Snyder's vision. I like the way first I think he directed the great Batman. I think he knows how to shoot Batman on camera.
Well, he knows how
Um,
to shoot really awesome scenes. I will give him that, and that's what you saw with 300, and that's what you saw throughout all these movies.
yeah,
But we might have to do a whole episode to this, because I know me and you are on both opposite ends. But I think it would be
yeah,
a good struggle, because like I really was trying to give the DCU like a shot. Like I dug aspects of Man of Steel. I mean, I did not like the neck break. I was probably the only one in the theater that screamed "What the fuck," because I was like, of all characters who doesn't kill, Superman does not. This Superman shouldn't kill until he's evil. Like that, evil Superman kills. Like the whole thing with Superman is like he could kill you. He could be like this, bop, hit you in the head, snap your neck. But the fact that he's just like this farm boy who's just like, come on, guys, stop shooting bullets at my eyes. It just bounce off.
well, I mean, but see, we're definitely opposite on this because the way I saw that scene unfold was he basically chose the humans over his own people.
Well, yeah, that's what they were trying. He
And
was trying to
yeah,
portray.
and
But
I thought it worked very well because it was a family there with a kid, and Superman was like, shit, this dude is already, and he already knew if he lets Zod go, Zod is going to destroy the earth because
oh
there's
yeah, oh,
no other person is
he
going
fucking
to stop
leveled
this dude.
Metropolis.
Yeah, they leveled the Metropolis in one fight. So he had like basically his hands were tied. It was just like if I kill him right now, there ain't gonna be no other person that's gonna kill this guy.
I don't know.
And
I
then
think he could have done just flown something else. It could have been something else. I think. I see what he was trying to do there, but I think like the thing with Zack Snyder, he's too on the nose sometimes. He's just like, no, it had to be this. It has to be dark and murder. And I'm just like, bro, like I don't know, man. You gotta like I know he was trying to go with like this deeper uh theme with the DCU, because those characters are gods pretty much. Superman's a god, Wonder Woman's a god, even
yeah,
Batman is a myth to the citizens of Gotham. He's like they don't even call him Batman, they're like the Bat or something like that guy.
yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I totally see what he's trying to go for, but I just feel like he needs more development with that's like his like low string. But
I
anyway,
mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I like the dark tone that he gave Batman. Because that was something I always envisioned with Batman. Like,
yeah.
why can't we go into this dark mind of Batman? And again, there are gonna be scenes in the new Justice League that's gonna tie to Robin's suit, like
Oh
how he
yeah,
got to
because
the suit.
yeah,
So
Jared Leto's Joker's in it, so
yeah,
gonna
so they're
see.
gonna pretty much give you exactly what happened and what drove him to start killing people. So I don't know. It could be an awesome scene. It could go two ways. It could go awesome. It could go the opposite way. I mean, but okay. I mean,
I don't know.
again,
It's
I
go.
understand why you are angry
No,
with the whole Batman don't kill me. I don't even care as long as there's great Batman sequences that are
yeah,
awesome.
the fight scene was really great. I just
Come on, the warehouse.
yes,
Come on,
yes, it's classic. But there's that one part where that guy throws a grenade bugs the shit out of me, because I'm just like,
throws
bro,
a grenade. What do you
yeah.
mean?
But when Batman's fighting everybody, the guy gets tossed
Oh,
to.
he holds the grenade and he kicks the guy to him.
Yeah, but the guy took the grenade out and was about to throw the grenade at Batman while he's fighting all his like teammates. So I'm
Mhm.
just like, bro, you about to blow up everybody in that room. Like you
Yeah.
about to murk everybody.
No,
Like I
yeah.
was just like, what the fuck was that guy thinking?
It was stupid. Like it was, and that's the thing, because my friend was like, "Oh, Batman won't let Batman would have never let him ignite or whatever, let the grenade loose." I said, well,
Batman's
"That's
not.
exactly what Batman did. He knocked the guy into the
Yeah,
elevator, knowing that it's gonna
yeah,
blow up and not everybody in the room. Like
yeah.
it's not his fault if the shit blew up. Like he's just like,
That's a good example of like Zack Snyder having like this not clear picture because he's like, oh, Batman, I'll knock him out, maybe to get him away from me or not blow everybody up, but then I'll fucking mow down people in my car.
that was a little, that I'm not gonna lie to you, that is something that I was a little like iffy, because he had a 50 caliber on top of his Batmobile that was just I mean, it was destroying everything. But then again, I love the Batmobile. I think
Yeah,
it's an awesome Batmobile. But I'm just like, yeah, like if
especially
you would have
this.
had a targeting system that
Yeah,
hit the tire and then it
yeah,
would have like crashed. This shit
yeah.
went through boats.
Especially the
It
scene where the car crashes and then he chains it and then uses it as a wrecking ball. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
those people are dead.
Oh no, they're all dead. You could tell Batman is fucking pissed that Superman destroyed the building with people in it, and I think
Anyway,
that's exactly why he was pissed.
yeah,
Because you
yeah.
had Superman destroying a city, no one could stop him except Batman.
Or
That's
yeah,
why
he wishes. Anyway, yeah, I would love to explore this. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the Snyder cut. I'll be honest, I don't know.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna know.
I,
I'm definitely gonna watch it because I want to see where the story arc ends. Because
yeah,
this is gonna be the last arc. I don't think he's gonna helm any other.
I kind of hope
But
not.
huh? I
I,
don't know.
I,
I enjoy it as a storyteller.
well,
But
the fact that we're getting the Batman and that looks like freaking Batman meets Seven, like that
yeah.
looks like it might be. I hope it's good. It looks like it'd be something good. I like what they're doing. They're doing with that take. So
Yeah, but again, that could be that could be another version of Batman that people are gonna find something to complain about. If they didn't like Batman killing people in this one for a reason,
well, people were.
and then and Matt Reeves does something crazy, they're gonna find. You know what? Everyone is gonna find
Oh
something
yeah.
to nitpick.
Well,
So
people were saying with the Matt Reeves trailer that why is it so dark? I'm like, what the fuck? Have you ever read a
yeah,
Batman comic?
exactly. That's what I told the people in my community. They were like, "Why everything's so dark?" I was like, "Dude, DC is dark. Even the only like comics that you see that is happy joy are Superman, the Flash.
Yeah,
Other than that, everybody Green Arrow dark. Everybody else is dark, and I'm like, I like the dark Batman scenes.
yeah,
It distinguishes between Marvel.
yeah.
Marvel has nothing dark. You cannot name me a scene in a movie like a whole movie that is dark like DC in a Marvel movie.
It wouldn't be in the movies. It would have been Daredevil Netflix shows. It would be
Right.
100% the shows.
Unless I will give you this though. Captain America Winter Soldier to me could be that little fine line of direction of dark.
Yeah, yes, good point. And I mean, probably the darkest scene is with the Thanos snap, where everyone just fucking dies, and then it just ends, cuts to black. That's probably the darkest they ever went in the movies.
Yeah.
So,
Other than that, I'm like, okay, but that's all they know their formula. Family friendly shooting. DC's
yeah.
like, fuck it. We're gonna go straight dark and we're gonna see where we could go with this. And Matt Reeves is gonna push the envelope, and it looks like people like it.
I like it.
enjoy it.
I'm excited. But one thing I
Yeah,
want to say, and I got to wrap it up. But
you have to.
I finally watched Shazam.
Ugh. But
You,
okay.
I don't never care for Shazam as a character. I enjoyed that movie. Like I don't know. It was still dark. It kept some of that DC darkness. It had the emotional tones.
Yeah.
It did have a lot of jokes. Because at least with you can see with Shazam, I don't care for Aquaman. I'm not gonna watch that. Like I don't I don't care for Aquaman. Like I love that actor, but no. But I enjoyed Shazam. I was pleasantly surprised by the tone of Shazam. Like I was just like, oh, this was actually good. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh no, I was waiting for you to finish. Yeah,
I enjoyed it, the Harley Quinn movie. I thought that was fun too. Like my only pet peeve was like all this was going down and Batman didn't show up, but you know that's a whole other story.
I mean, I didn't like Birds of Prey. I didn't like. I did not like Shazam because I felt like Billy Batson and Shazam acted the same. I'm like, where's the distinguish between the two? Because I was like,
yeah, I don't know that character, so that's why I just assumed.
So what happened is that when Billy Batson becomes Shazam, from what everyone told me, is like he becomes more mature. with superpowers.
I've never seen that. In every media, it feels like he's always like a kid in a body, even in the Injustice
Yeah,
games.
yeah. So I was just like, whatever. I mean, I know it's 6 people in one Shazam I was like, I don't know. Say I don't care because I was like, that guy that plays Shazam plays Chuck, and I was like, it's Chuck in a
Yeah,
super suit.
yeah,
So
super
I'm
muscle
like, it
suit.
didn't bother me. Yeah, in a super muscle suit. So I was just like, you know, it's funny. If I had to pick between the two, Aquaman or Shazam, I think Aquaman was a way better movie
Yeah.
than Shazam. Yeah, I thought it had a better storyline. But then again, I never read Shazam, so I don't care for that teeny CW style. Like I just
Oh
like
yeah, I used to be
whatever.
on those shows. I fell off because you had to start watching all of them, and it was getting a little.
And they're all the same. It was like, oh, they all had to. I was like, why does every superhero has to tell their identity or have to fall in love?
Or have
Like
a
I never,
or have a team.
yeah, or have a group. I'm like, you don't need a group. Like that's
uh,
every CW show.
I
But
think
anyway,
I think we need
I
to make an episode where we just dive into superhero stuff because like we're about to
whatever
get
you want, man.
onslaught of it.
Yeah, we're about to get destroyed with so much of it. No, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. I am down to talk.
Well, yeah, I
I'm cool.
appreciate you coming by. I definitely need to cover some stuff. There's too much this week, and we didn't even talk about Cyberpunk, so I can't even talk about it now. Gotta go
Uh,
do things. So,
we
but
can
yeah,
talk
man.
about it next time because I've already played it. So,
Yeah, there you go. Next time, if my host ever comes back.
well, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what? My cousin just sent me a text that Xbox has got an update for it.
All right, go
So
check that out.
you might
Oh, for
you
me?
might uh,
I don't know.
no, not the new Xbox, the old Xbox, whatever you play on.
I'll check it out. I don't think I don't think it works.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but supposedly he's going crazy, and everyone on the internet is like all throwing parties and shit. So whatever.
I'll check it out. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
So Alex, give a shout out where people can find you.
Oh, if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Levels of Geeks, Twitch Levels of Geeks, Twitter Levels of Geeks, and those are 3 social media outlets I'm on right now, and YouTube Levels of Geeks. If you want to check out the channel,
There you go.
Monday, Wednesdays I go live at 9 p.m. So there you go.
Groovy. And yeah, with this podcast, find on YouTube, iTunes. I'm trying to get it on everything. And check me out at Last Respawn, Twitch, YouTube. I'm trying to stream more, get some more videos out there. And yeah, so I don't know if my host is gonna be back. So maybe I'll just find more random hobos in the alleyway. But this is Danny, Alex, and if you put anything between 2 breads, it's a sandwich. I don't know.
What? You put 2 things between the bread is a sandwich.